my goodness. You guys, happy Sunday. Pop in, say hi. If you've never popped into one of my lives before, hi, I'm Cindy. I explore the inside and the outside. And here on Sunday nights, we have this show, Chatters Live. It's very casual, right? And we have the most amazing people that get together on Sunday night where we can actually be together as a community, right? And actually, Andrew actually he wrote me a letter and he was mentioning that, he was appreciative of the space that we held together as a community. And I never really looked at that before. Well, maybe I have in a way when it comes to, entrepreneurship and brand building, but to actually have that feeling that we are a community. I have made friends along the way. That's true. And a lot of you who come and hang out with me on Sunday night are friends. But I really had an appreciation when Andrew said that to me. And Andrew's here and Owen is here. Happy Sunday. We got show and tell tonight. I'm just going to give us a little bit of extra light here. I don't know how much extra light that gives us, but I guess it's better than not having it on. How has everybody's week been? I can't believe that, you guys. It just blows me away. We are we're not a huge crew on Sunday nights, are we? And we've actually built on these relationships over the years. And for those of you who've never popped into one of my lives before, we have been on YouTube since 2014. And these live shows, and this is something I have been curious, maybe Owen or Andrew know, how long have we been doing these live shows? How long has Chatters Live been around? I have no idea. I'm thinking it's gotta be 4 or 5 years now. Don't you think that we've been doing this on Sunday nights? But yeah, it was very, very sweet. It was a very nice mention. And it gave me that idea to, actually keep that in my considerations. I always think wonderful of you guys. I'm always thinking of you guys. But to actually think that, this brand is building into something, right? It's absolutely amazing. I just wanted to show you guys my appreciation, right? It wasn't meant for you guys to say how much you appreciate it, but I wanted you to know that it did hit home with me. And right, we're going to be together for 80 years. And each one of us may possibly, go a different route. We'll separate paths for many, many different reasons. But, if I never get that opportunity to say, right, how grateful I am that you guys are hanging out with me on this amazing, amazing journey that we're all on, isn't it? Right? I talk about all the time, that lots of times we do have to put ourselves in other people's shoes. But when we put ourselves in other people's shoes out of empathy, right? Out of a little bit of empathy for yourself, for a little bit of that love and consideration for yourself, right? Gotta put yourself in your own shoes, right? And I have to too. And I have to make sure that I recognize that along the way. You guys, we got show and tell tonight. I got a lot of stuff here. For those of you, again, who have never hung out with us, we are a crew that once every 2 weeks, we have a show and tell. I work in a little thrift store in the moment. It's the job that puts the roof over my head. Very grateful for that. but there are well, incentives in the job, and one of those is to be in a little thrift store and to be able to get some amazing things. And like I said, boy, did I get some amazing things and some stories that I'll tell you as I pull them up. But I think we're going to have to start pretty much right away with the show and tell, because there is so much. William, hello, William. Aw, we missed your birthday. Oh my goodness. Well, happy birthday, William. I hope you had an amazing birthday. Minds me of a story. I work with a gentleman at work, and this company that I work for, they actually put people back to work. People who are actually serious about putting their lives back together and everything. And I have this one gentleman who I work with. He's the backroom guy. He works with the donations, and he gets the trolleys ready for us for pricing, and he helps take people's furniture out to the vehicles if they need help. He tests all the electrical to make sure that all the electrical is working. Um yeah, so he's a good little worker. We tease him, right? He's slower than molasses sometimes, and he likes to be his own boss, right? But this Christmas was his second year of being sober. 2 years being sober. He was actually able to put his relationship back together with his children. He got himself his own apartment. He did this all in the past 2 years, right? Totally put his life together. And just like I know I will never gamble again, right? He knows he will never drink again. He just made his last payment on not a motorcycle, a moped. He bought a moped and he was making payments on it. He just made his last payment on the moped. He's doing so good for himself, right? And we all get back to work after Christmas and say, "How's your Christmas? How was your Christmas, Sammy?" His name's Sammy. He goes, "Oh, it was excellent. I had a great Christmas." And he asked me how my Christmas was, and we went back to work, and right. And then about a week later, I was talking to him, and he says, "Cindy," he says, "I spent Christmas by myself." He says, "None of my kids phoned me to wish Merry Christmas, New Year's Eve. Nobody. He spent it all by himself." I says, "Well, why didn't you phone me? Why didn't you come over? Lorraine was over at my place at Christmas. You could have come for dinner 100%." But I felt for him, especially when he was working at putting that relationship back with his family. And he has been working so hard and doing such a great job. And my heart it was so broken. So when we talk about this empathy for other people, right, we have to have that empathy for ourselves, because it really dragged him down, right? He even told me he had a good Christmas when he didn't have a good Christmas, and it ate at him, because right after New Year's, I didn't even move into the conversation. He came and he just, right, had that conversation with me, and I would just my heart just broke for him, right? So I hope you had lots of people around you, William, for Christmas, that you had a nice Christmas. I saw you and your vestments on Instagram. Wow, what a nice picture you took there, William. You looked really good in that. January 19th, just a couple of days ago. Oh, that's absolutely amazing. Well, happy show and tell day. I got lots and lots of amazing things. I'm going to get this bigger thing. This was the biggest thing that I got. But you guys know I collect smalls. I like animals, fairies, Buddhas. I like dragonflies and frogs and turtles and and anything, any little animal, but I don't like them too much bigger than about this high, right? But I have a lot of them now. I must have over 100 of them now. And my showcase is getting too full. I can't display anything else. And I actually had to sell and get rid of some of the stuff because it was just too packed in there, right? But I came across this at work. It was just a little skinny shelf, right? And because I love wood, I thought that would be perfect. And I can get 5 or 6, I think, ornaments on each one of these shelves, and they have these little hooks on the back, and I just mount it on the wall. And that way I can switch them out. Some of them can get some fresh air and some sun and a little bit admiration, because they get more admiration when things are on display, don't they? And these all these smalls are the most positive energy. They're just so adorable. Whoever originally bought them because they love them. And now they're mine and I love them, right? So I got that little shelf. So that's the biggest thing I got. So now that it's out of the way, I'm working on my other show, What's My Good Cheer. I'm working on putting a deck of cards together, not tarot cards, right? But they're words, they're powerful words. And we've been working on them for the past 24 weeks. I think we're going into our 25th word, or we just finished our, I'll have to look at my sheet to see. But we're almost halfway through. And so now I need to get to work on the cards themselves. I know who I'm going to get to have them printed off. I don't know how much it's going to cost, but I do plan on putting them on the market. I think they're absolutely amazing. I want to think of a great title for the cards, and they're mindset cards. It's exactly what they are. They're just full of positive energy and movement forward. So we'll figure out as we go. But this is a binder, and it's an amazing binder. I got it for, I think I got it for $2. We usually put $2 on these binders when they come in. And so but this one was an exceptional one, right? Look, it was brand new, and it had spots for everything, even for my laptop, but I don't think I would use it for my laptop. And then it's got pencil cases and places for your ID, right? Places for your ID, binders. It's got a wallet area. It's a pen area, phone area. It's even got a strap so I can wear it, right? And then on the front, I have another compartment on the front. It's shallow. It's amazing. I love this binder. So this is going to be my work binder. I'm going to start, I think, getting ready and actually hard at work, getting them done. I don't know the format. So if anybody out there has kind of some ideas, right? We talk about community, you guys. We talk about community. I wouldn't have been able to do these cards without you guys, right? So if you have some ideas, I was thinking those powerful words that I was doing, that maybe I would do a quote. And then I thought, well, maybe I would do it from the lessons themselves. But the lessons were actually, I was deep in working those lessons. So as I'm preparing, it was just mostly for people's, visual conception of what really goes on when you work with these words, right? And then I was also thinking, because I like quotes. I think I write pretty good quotes, right? So I thought maybe I would try my hand at making each card with the quote myself. And then the last one was to take a message from a great thought leader, not necessarily a quote, but a message, something that they believed in, like saying, that, what is it? So Dr. Gabor Mate once said, or I recall this conversation, and actually mention the person because, I'm not big on giving credit where credit is due. I try to, and it's no excuse, but it's part of that trauma. I'm going to assume from being a child that I have difficulties in picking up names and like phone numbers and addresses. I always recognize a face. Right? But I do have difficulties in those aspects. I always have. I'm much better now that I'm working in social media and right, and I'm showing up every day. But right, I still have those moments. So I want to make sure in any case that whatever I do for my cards, that it represents me and they'll actually serve, right? Serve positively. So this is going to be my workstation for probably a few months anyway. Oh, give me 6 months, you guys. Right? Because once I got it done, then I'm going to want to re-edit, and then I'm going to have to do the business part of it, and then I'm going to figure out how I want to market them, right? But in the process, right, we'll be talking about it. We'll be talking about it along the way and all of that too, right? Grateful for my platforms that I'll get some contributions. So if you guys have any ideas of what you think might go well, for most of you guys have been into my live show, What's My Good Cheer? Grateful that you pop in every once in a while on that live show too. But if you have any ideas, we are a community, right? And if I can get these cards to go well, part of that contribution is you guys. So if you wanted to contribute a little bit more, right? If you wanted to get your name in the what do you call that? The prelude of the book, right? Because it will be a book. There will be a blank card with all the information, a little bit about me, a little bit about what I do, right? And I would love to throw some extra names in there too. I will anyway, but extra. So if you guys have any ideas, shoot me an email, right? Shoot me an email. You know I lose track sometimes in the comments here as I go, so I wouldn't trust that I'm going to get it and have the time to write it down. Kathy's here. Hello, Kathy. We got show and tell tonight. I said 10 minutes ago, didn't I, guys? I said 10 minutes ago that we got to start pretty much right away because I've got so much stuff. But you didn't see this. So the first thing I'm showing you is my little shelf that I got for the wall because you guys know I collect the smalls. And I was saying my smalls are no bigger than that, but my cabinet is so full. So I thought if I put this on the wall, I could probably, just on this one here, I'll probably be able to get 10 of my smalls on that one. So there's lots of space for display. So I'm just putting that off to the side, like I said. So now it's out of the way. What bag do we start with? Oh, and then I was also saying, Kathy, that this is my new workstation because I'm getting to work now on my cards, right? We're halfway through the year. It's going to take me a year for what's my good cheer to be able to get all those powerful words that we were bringing up done. And so I thought, I better start getting to work now because I'm probably going to put 6 months into those cards for sure. So this is going to be my work binder for $2. It's absolutely amazing. I was happy to have that for $2. Got a couple of great stories because I got a couple of really great scores this payday. You guys know I'm collecting patches. Just to let you know, Cindy the entrepreneur is getting a sewing machine. I'm waiting for a good one to come in. There's one in the store right now, but I want a really, really good sewing machine. And I'm cutting out all these patches. Patches cost between 12, and we're talking US, cost between 12 and $20 for patches. They normally don't do patches anymore. They do those iron-ons and those laser ones that are just pictured on. But the good old-fashioned patches, they're worth a pretty penny. And I thought maybe I would do jeans and I would do coveralls and I would cover them in patches and maybe sell them for a fortune. I can't do it while I'm working for the company that I am at, but I will be, right, at some point be available to possibly be my own boss. But right, then I'll ask $500 for my coveralls because my coveralls covered in patches, people freak out when they see them. They think they're absolutely amazing. So there's the first patch. I've got a few of these. You'll see patches on show and tell all the time because while I'm there, I want to make sure that I get as many patches as I can, right? Okay, so I got a little giraffe patch. This here is, oh, it's a cowl neck, you guys. Cowl necks are my favorite. I don't know if you guys know, but I'll show you what a cowl neck. This is a cowl neck. This is a cowl neck. It's like a turtleneck, but it's bigger and it's loose around your neck. So yeah, it's just a top. I'm just gonna make a clothes pile there. Oh, this one I have to stand up because I have a couple of these, but they're short, right? They're short shirt ones. This one is a long one. So this is going to be amazing once it starts warming up. And it's the Canadian, with the stripes. With the stripe, the camera doesn't show really well. The stripes on them, it's very Canadian. And, it's only going to be maybe 2 more months and we'll be moving into spring and I'll be able to wear that sweater. I have Hiking the Heartland. You guys know I buy the books. This is Manitoba and it has all the trails, all the parks, all the sightseeing. And my sister's buying a new car, so I'll be getting her car this spring. It won't be good for long trips, but it will get me on the road. So, for sure, we'll have lots of adventures this spring and summer. And yeah, it's all hiking trails of Manitoba. Explore Manitoba on foot. Doesn't that sound like a Cindy book to you? Sounds like a Cindy book to me, and I'm going to be taking a look at it on my days off, so it's going to sit right there. Okay, you guys. Okay, so when I said smalls, that I collect smalls, I've got some smalls here. So to show you my smalls, I got 3 smalls. They're just little art glass. So I got a whale, a glass whale, and I don't mind whatever material that it is. Thank you. I'm excited, Kathy. I'm excited for that. My sisters are absolutely amazing. And the thing is, that car would not pass a safety test, but because I'm her sister, she can just transfer the car to me, so I won't even have to take it to be safetied. It runs really good, great heat, great brakes. The brakes were done. The steering was, remember I told you our steering went. She had the steering fixed. It's got new brakes. It's got brand new tires. Great heat, great air conditioning. It's a great little car, but it's a little rust bucket, and it wouldn't pass safety because of that. So yeah, it's amazing. She's just going to transfer it to me. It's going to work out great. Okay, so I got a little blue whale here. It's a whale. I've got a little pig. I got a little pig. And I think she probably would have charged me 50 cents each. And one of my totems, which is a turtle. I got a little turtle. Right? Aren't they cute? And these are about the size that I like when I collect my smalls. I do on occasion, if I'm in love, I'll go maybe this big, but I prefer just little ones like that. Excuse me if I burp a little bit. I don't mean to do that on my live show, but I worked tonight. I didn't have time to come home, cook dinner or anything. So on the bus, I just phoned in a Chinese food order. I had breaded veal and chicken balls for supper. It was absolutely delicious. But again, I had to rush because, Sunday nights we got this live show, right? Yeah, I love my smalls. And I'm not sure if I have any glass ones. Oh, I do. I have a couple of glass ones, but they're colored glass ones. But really great ones because I got pigs, but I don't have a blue whale. And it's not even a blue whale. It's a yellow whale. It is a whale though. It just a colorful one. Okay, what else? Oh, here's another small. Again, when I said smalls, here's another one. It's on a matrix. It's on a little bit of a matrix. The matrix is broke. Matrix is a rock or something that uses as its base. This one is a little dinosaur, right? This one's a little dinosaur, got cute little eyes. These would have been 50 cents each. All of these guaranteed. They would have been 50 cents each. So I got a rhinoceros. I got little rhinestone. They're sparkly. There's two of them in there, one on each side. Oh, one's backwards. There are two rhinestone little hair combs because sometimes I do my hair and I pull it up or I do a little bun and you never know if I'm going to a wedding. I have to look nice for something. And I thought, for 70 cents with my staff discount, I think that's pretty good to have. I didn't know what this was, you guys. There are some frivolous things in my staff charges today. If you need to get my attention, you guys, use capitals, okay? It works really well with Kathy. I know some people don't like it, but I prefer it because it draws my attention. So if you're trying to get my attention, yeah, capitals will work for me or emojis or something. Oh, you had Chinese food for lunch, William. Do you have a favorite place? I was at work today and I was getting in a conversation with one of my customers, one of my regulars, right? And we were talking. I says, when I get off work, I'm having Chinese food tonight. I had already decided when I went to work that I was going to have Chinese food tonight. And he goes, oh, where do you get your Chinese food? And I says, oh, Pearl Oriental Bowl, right? And he goes, oh, have you ever tried golden dragon or something like that? And I said, oh, that's the one just down here. I says, no, I haven't. He says, oh, you should. I says, yeah, I'm pretty loyal with Oriental Bowl. Ever since I came to Winnipeg when I was 18 years old in 1980, it's been my favorite Chinese food restaurant, and it's old. It's like from 1900, like everything. They have plants in there that I'm sure are 100 years old, and it's not a restaurant. It's just a takeout place, and it's old paint, old everything. But when you look in their kitchen, because it's all open, so you can see in their kitchen, I tell you, you could eat off the floor. They're scrubbing wall. They're always cleaning. It's like the cleanest place ever. And it's a family-run business. I think that has just been handed down from generation to generation. But I love Chinese food. Yum, yum. Okay. Frivolous thing number 1. I think it's a belt buckle, right? If you look at the ends, here, there was some kind of attachment at one time to it, but it's made of wood, and I'm not sure what the other material. I'm not sure what the white material is. Maybe bone, but it's an owl and it's made of wood, you guys. The whole thing is just made of wood. Isn't it beautiful? I just absolutely love it. And it was 50 cents, right? So you guys know what I said. I said, you can come home with me. So it came home with me. Here's another smalls for my cabinet. This is adorable. Slightly larger than what I would have liked. Maybe a little bit smaller would have been good, but it's so cute. It's a frog breaking out of its egg. Is that just not the cutest? And it's made of, I think it's made like plaster Paris, or it's made of chalkware or something. They did a really good job. It looks realistic. They did a really, no, it doesn't really look realistic, but it looks cute. And going in my china cabinet. Now, all my smalls, right? They are I know when I grab them, I know, right? And even if they were crappy energy, I turned them around just like I turned my mother's cat around. Oh my goodness. It was a little demon. It was a little demon, my mother's cat. But when my mother passed away, my sisters begged me to take her cat. And this cat had it was like a concrete block of dried poop on the back of its bum. And you couldn't pet it. It swat at you. It bit you. It hissed. It was a nasty cat. My sisters were so heartbroken they couldn't put it down. It was an old cat too. They couldn't put it down, and they talked me into taking the cat. And I says, only if you take it to the vet and you have that vet wash its bum and shave it, and right, I will take the cat. I didn't want to take the cat, but my sisters were so heartbroken, right? So I said, I'll take the cat. And they kind of did things like that, right? They wanted me to go move in with my mother. After the experience I had with my mother, they expected that I was going to move in with my mother and take care of my mother in her old age. No, that wasn't going to happen. I got out of that one, right? But, my cat had just passed away. So it just made sense when they tried again. Will you take the cat? I caved in and I took her cat. And I tell you, from the first 15 minutes of having that cat was in love with me. That cat was not the same cat. I picked up that cat and cuddled it and walked around with it like it was a baby. It slept with me. It purred. It loved me to death. It was so freaky the way it had changed, right? Because it was just a mean, nasty cat. Every time I went over to my mom's house, my mom's arms and legs would be all scratched up, right? Yeah. But why did I talk about that? Oh, because I turn things around. So even if they were negative energy, they're here with me. I'm going to love on them. Super positive. They're probably fully charged right now. Probably fully charged right now. Oh, that's sweet for you to say. Your mother liked the owls, eh? Symbol of my mother's sorority. Oh, her sorority. And what did your mother study, Andrew? What was her uh degree, right? What was she going after? What did she want to be? And did she accomplish her dream, Andrew? If you don't mind answering that. I'm sure he doesn't. But being polite, if that was something he didn't want to talk about, then yeah, just don't talk about it. Teachers. Oh, she was a school teacher, Andrew. Oh my goodness. That's why you're so studious. Oh my goodness, because your mother was a teacher. Did your mother teach you too? Was it like going to school twice, Andrew? Like, did you go to school, then come home from school, and your mother was like a teacher? So you were doing extra, or was she possibly even your school teacher? That would be interesting if, right? I think I knew a couple of kids at school whose teachers worked or whose parents worked at the school. Oh, yeah, that's amazing. I'd love to hear some of your parents' careers, what they did for a living, if anybody wanted to share. She stopped teaching after my brother was diagnosed with. Oh, oh. So she wasn't able to achieve her dream the way she wanted to as a school teacher. But you know what? Your brother, right? If your brother, I didn't even think that, but you're 100%, Andrew. Your mother was a caregiver too. Oh my goodness. Caregiving runs in your family, doesn't it? I bet you caregiving runs in your family. That's amazing. Oh, okay. Well, good. Good. So there's nothing worse than broken dreams, isn't there? Right? I've had my fair share of broken dreams. But then again, I've had my fair share of unfathomable hopes and dreams and right come true when I right shake my head saying like how did that happen? Right? Like my trips every September when I go on my trips in September. We got to keep digging, you guys. Oh my goodness, we're not even finished this bag. Let's get this jewelry done. Okay, this one here was 75. It was 50 cents with my staff discount, but I only bought it because of the garnets. Look at you guys. Look at the little garnets on that piece. Isn't that just beautiful? Garnets are the redstone. They quite often get mistaken as rubies, but they're actually garnets. That's all I wanted for 50 cents. I got a new crystal. And my crystal saves I have lots of crystal around the house, but the crystal, especially the small one, shares space in my cabinet with my smalls, right? But isn't that nice? 50 cents. That was in my bag. I said, hey, nobody grabbed that. I'll take that for 50 cents. There were two items in that bag, but I wasn't interested in the other one. Well, maybe I am. Yeah, maybe I am. Let's take a look at that one. This was the other item in the bag. I'm probably not interested in it. Just looked like a little black onyx in and it's got nice teeth on it and stuff. It's a pendant. It's a little pendant. You put a chain on it. I don't think it's silver or anything. Might be pewter. But I just wanted the garnets. That's all I wanted, and that's going to sit there. So what I was going to say about my smalls, seeing that I'm all done here, is that even though right they're probably full of positive energy already, I always soak them overnight in hot soapy water just to right remove the energy. And then I have my PC right here and I let them sit in my big picture window for a couple of days. So, right, because they've probably been in a box or a drawer, right? Just to let them adjust to, right, their new home, the beautiful view out the window, and to be able to settle in. And then after that, I collect them and then I find spots in my cabinet for them to sit. That's it for the jewelry. Right. And I got all that. I think it all came to $4.50 for all of that. Um, because she kind of chunked it into one bill. Here's the next item. Oh, I remember what this is. This I got for my desk. I have a pretty good office system here, but oh, not these. I oh, I Oh, I got these for my coffee mugs. For when I get to my new place, I'm going to just put them in on the backsplash underneath my cupboards, and I'm going to hang all my beautiful coffee mugs on them. Right? That's what I bought these for. My coffee mugs. These were $1.50. These cup hooks, right? And then $1.50. They're just candles. When I get them this cheap and they're new, the box is in ratty shape, but the candles are quite lovely and not used. So I buy the candles. I got 2 big boxes of candles. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. I keep buying these candles, and one candle lasts me for 6 months. The candle I'm using right now is probably 6 months old. Okay, let's see what Andrew has to say here. Um, she said she was ready to stop teaching by that point. It was still a huge shock and adjustment. It had been recommended my brother be sent to an institution in Texas. In the early 60s, that wasn't uncommon. Sent the retarded child to an institution to live. My father said that wasn't going to happen, that my brother was to be part of our family. Oh my goodness. Really? Really? And I know you had a difficult relationship, right? But oh my goodness. I know your dad was super strict, but what a heart he has in that. My mother did the most, the caregiving, but was on board with my brother being with us. My parents were in agreement on how my brother would live, and that was vital. Yeah, 100%. What a great lesson in that, Andrew, right? And also, what a great example they were to you, because now that your parents have passed, Andrew, who's the caregiver, right? Who's the example? You are, right? Right? You learned after your parents. Never deny your own, because in the end, that's all you've got, and that's 100% true. And I believe that we come back, and we come back with the same people lifetime after lifetime. And right? Wouldn't you love everybody to be on the same page, right? In that if something happened to me like that, that somebody would make that same decision for me. Yeah, 100%. I agree. I agree with that. That's amazing. Let's dig in the bag. Next. Hi, Robert. If you're there, Robert. And Sharon, I know you'll pop in later when you get home. I hope you're having a great week. And Alice, my sister, who's just too lazy to get up because she's watching it on her big 70-inch color television. She has to go up to make comments, right? I got a little blender because remember we had those drinks, cocktails on Christmas Eve, and I had another one or a couple last week. I had another couple of those drinks. They were so good. But then I thought, oh, what if I could blend the ice, right? And it could be like milkshake kind of cocktails. So if I had gotten home earlier, no, I wouldn't have done it today, but maybe next week on my live show, we'll have another one of those cocktails, but we'll just do it a little bit differently where the ice. This cost me 3 times 4 is $1. You guys, this only cost me $2.80 with my staff discount. A little bit. It's plastic. It's not glass or anything, right? But it is a good brand. It's Hamilton Beach, right? And it's only a little one. I don't like appliances. In truth, right? I have a great big monster popcorn machine sitting on my counter right now that I bought, and I would redonate it back to work, but it's the best popcorn machine I've ever had in my entire life. So it can't go, it won't go anywheres. It's with me. Okay, next. You guys know I like to wear these kind of slippers. I know they're sandals, but I wear these as slippers in my house. These are a little big, but they're almost like the ones that I have. So I'm hoping these are going to be the trick. So I'm going to wear them on my days off just to see that if these can be the backup pair, because these ones are good still, right? But they're wearing, and we'll see if these ones work any better. These were $3.50, right? The last couple of pair that I bought didn't work, so I just redonated them. On my days off, I committed to doing 3 bags of donations. Actually, I committed to 2 bags of donations, but just now I committed to the third one. So we're going to do 3 bags of donations that will go back to work when I go back to work. And yeah, I have to keep right recycling my old stuff and stuff that I'm not wearing and stuff that right, because I'm always changing. Even right now I am changing. That a lot of my taste I find is quite different, and plus I've gained a few pounds too, so some of them aren't going to be fitting me nicely like they used to, and I can't just say, well, I'll hold on to them until I lose 20 pounds. No, I'll just go and buy some new clothes when I lose the weight. That's the fun of losing weight, is going off to buy some new clothes. Yeah, amazing. I agree 100%, Andrew. Your parents were amazing examples to you. And I know it's difficult being a caregiver, right? And I know Owen appreciates, right, that what you have to go through as a caregiver, being a caregiver himself, right? Okay, I watched Cash Jordan's videos of his day in a house in Japan. Not only are there slipper for being in the house, but slippers specifically for wearing in the bathroom. Not a bad management. I don't know. As long as I've got my sandals on, I'm good. I never go in my bare feet ever again. Even if I'm getting up in the middle of the night just to walk 20 feet, I'm going to put my slippers on, right? I want to be 80 years old and still doing evening walks. I'm going to be 80 years old and still doing the trails. Live, laugh, love, right? Nice big coffee mug. I think I might wash that tonight so that could be my coffee mug for tomorrow morning. I got a Keurig machine, but I like big coffees. Like a little cup of coffee like this is not going to do anything for me. I like a big cup of coffee, right? Especially my first cup of coffee of the day, or that first cup of coffee when I get home, because you're taking a load off your feet. You want to sit and relax. And for the most part, I don't take breaks when I'm at work. Sometimes I'll sit down for a couple of minutes, but for the most part, I'm working all the time. Okay, we haven't even gotten to the best of it, you guys. Okay, what else do I got here? I think this is the last item in this bag. So we'll throw this bag right there. I got a pair of summer pants only because they're my favorite color in the whole world, and I only have a few. What is that? Okay, we'll turn you off. Give me 1 second here, you guys. I need my other mouse. And we'll just turn that off. My PC is getting old. It's lost all its memory and stuff. And I actually am going to try to I like taking my lessons in on my PC. Let's get rid of this light too. I like taking my lessons on my PC because it's a nice big screen. I got a big 30-inch monitor here, and there we go. That's better. I got a big 30-inch monitor here. You can see a little bit there, right? It's a big one, and And I like taking in lessons that way, and especially when I'm sitting at the desk. I mean, I love my laptop. It's amazing, amazing. But right, I would like I'm hyper vigilant. I want to hear things. I'm not going to put headphones on and listen to the lessons because I won't be able to concentrate because I'm going to want to hear what's going on. I want to hear the murderer and rapers, right? That's hypervigilance for you. It is what it is, right? But yeah, I prefer the PC. So what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to remove all my programs, get enough space to hold my old Windows, reboot it, and so I'll have two windows on my PC for 2 days or 10 days, and then Windows will automatically delete the first one that I had, once they know that the second one is up and running good. But I have to make space in my RAM. That means totally wiping everything out before I shut her down and reboot. So I don't know how much I am in for a challenge, because it could be a challenge. You guys, this is one of my favorite items that I got this payday. I'm actually going to have to put this on. It's a jacket. It's a spring jacket. I have beautiful spring jacket. You know, my blue one. Oh, I have some beautiful spring jackets. But I couldn't say no to this one. It was brand new. I paid $10 for it. It's got a hood. This jacket, you guys, is by Lule. She's on brand. She's very well known. And I went into her website, and this jacket, look at it. It's not long. It just goes to my knees. It's just a really nice spring jacket, rain jacket, right? It's got ties here. You can tighten it up or loosen it up. I paid $10 for this jacket. This jacket is worth $200. It's $170 can US, which is just about $220 Canadian, and it was brand new. It fit me perfect. And thank you. Thank you, guys. Yeah, I absolutely love it. I couldn't say no. And like I said, the brand, it's right on brand, and it's a very, very expensive jacket. And I got it. I got it for $10. So I couldn't say no. I wouldn't say no, right? Anyway, because I absolutely loved it. I needed pot holders because I burnt my finger. See it? See the burn there? So I needed proper oven mitts. So I just bought these. These were cheap. They were $1.50, and they were in brand new condition. I don't think they were ever used, right? So I grabbed some oven mitts for $1.50. Okay. The backpack. What is in my backpack, you guys? Oh, Alice is here. Oh, there's my sister Alice, you guys. That's my sister Alice, you guys. Hi, Alice. Okay, here in Canada, I don't know what they're doing in the States. I know in the networks and in what I'm trying to bring to the world, this is not a good thing, right? You're not going to go, oh, yay, Cindy. But here in Canada, plastic straws are now illegal. They're not illegal. They're illegal to sell. So people are using cardboard straws, and the straws are getting soggy. Nobody can get their drinks in. I live in Winnipeg. It's the Slurpee capital of the world. I don't recycle, you guys. I don't have a problem in the moment. I bought plastic straws. They were only $1, right? I need time to adjust that they took my straws away from me. I need time to adjust. So I got myself a box of plastic straws. And I am a work in progress. I'm working towards recycling. I got this beautiful. Remember when I went on my trip? The only thing I forgot on my trip were my dinner plates. So I got a set of napkins and matching dinner plates. These were $2, so $1.50 with my staff discount. They were $1.50. So I got that for my next trip next week or next year, September. I couldn't say no to this, you guys. It was so pretty. It was so simple. And it will probably just be an ornament in my dining room or kitchen. I don't think it's the kind of thing that my sister Alice, whoops, there's the trademark on it. It's not a big brand, but it was such a pretty color. I love the seagull on it. It'll make a nice, I don't know, maybe for the dining room, something, or maybe I'll use it as a candy dish or something. This, I would have been heartbroken if a customer had come up to the counter and said, I'd like to purchase this, because it was my size, my style. And I was upset because the girls didn't take that into consideration. Usually they hold on to things that they think I might like, right? Or I try to. But they're following the rules, and I get it too. But look at this blouse, you guys. Look at this beautiful peasant blouse that I got. It's absolutely amazing. 100% cotton. Look at it's got little knitted or crocheted sleeves on it, but just the embroidery, just that blue is just, it's just so pretty, and it's just my thing, and it's perfect. It's perfect for me. So yeah, so it came home with me. Okay, some more. I'm collecting those. Patches. So there's another patch I got. And all these patches are baby clothes, and I get them for $1, right? And then I got this little patch here on this sleeper, and I'm going to be sewing them on coveralls. Look at this, you guys. Is that not adorable? It's when you're making cakes and stuff, right? It's a little, and it's brand new. It's never been used. Beautiful wood handle, and it's got that little Christmas girl on there. I don't know how much it was. $1.75. I paid about $1 for that. It's amazing. I love it. Next. Oh, I'm moving, you guys. I decided this spring I am moving. I don't know where I'm moving to, but I am moving. I made that decision. Nobody's even noticing that little chip on my front tooth. And I've decided, instead of getting that tooth fixed, I'm going to use that for first and last month's rent and moving expenses to get myself a nice little place. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm going to do something. But that's going to be on one of my light switches, maybe in my bedroom, maybe in the bathroom. I don't know. But that was such an adorable light switch, and it was only 75 cents, 50 cents with my staff discount, right? Isn't that a beautiful little light switch? So I'm going to put that on my lamp. Oh, and a tile. Isn't that cute? Be different. It's a tile. And you guys know that I'm collecting I'm collecting the tiles. I got quite a few tiles now. Maybe one day I'll pull them out and we'll look through them all, because I was cleaning out my cupboards last week in my kitchen cupboards, and I put them all in their own container because I want to keep track, because I know how much square footage I need everything to cover. Okay, let's see what else. Oh, I got a couple of more things here, you guys. Oh, these. They're giant paper clips. They were 50 cents. 50 cents? 50 cents, the giant paper clips for my office, right? I got a nice little office set up here going on. And yeah, so I got those giant paper clips. Got another Buddha for the family. Another Buddha. Look at him in a dish. He's actually for incense. I'm not a big fan of incense, but I like my Buddhas. I like my Buddhas more and more often. I grumble and complain because I have so many Buddhas, and I don't consider myself having an interest in Buddhism. Mind you, I did watch some amazing videos recently, and I was flabbergasted at some of the ideas of Buddhism that are bang on to my way of thinking. And I went, holy cow, like they think the same way as me on that. But in Buddhism, you do a lot of like meditating and stuff, and I don't do any of that. It just, for me, it just seems like a waste of time, right? I'm too busy living. That's the way I think of it anyway. One of the girls at work said I had to have this, and she was right, because I love wood. It was $2.50, and it's I don't know, just something to hang from the ceiling. I think if I have a porch, if I get a little house with a porch, wrap around porch. I don't like chimes. It drives me crazy hearing the chimes going all the time. And I think there's nothing worse than possibly living in an apartment block, and the people downstairs have got their balcony and they got chimes on their balcony. I tell you, I wouldn't be able to handle it at all, especially when I'm sleeping and the wind is blowing. And there's a little design. I don't know what it says, but yeah, really nice. Just some. You can tell it's driftwood. You can tell it's driftwood. Driftwood always has this worn, smoothed, sanded kind of look to them, and you can always see the wear on that. Okay, what else do I got in here? Put that there and put that there. Okay. I'll tell you the story about this. I don't know if my sister is going to take it away from me, but last week something came into the store and I absolutely had to have it. That's why it started me thinking that I want a sewing machine. Well, I thought I wanted the sewing machine for the patches for the jeans and the coveralls. But as soon as I saw this, I says, I'm definitely getting a sewing machine. I don't even know how to use a sewing machine. But I'm a fast learner. And if it means I can make a living, I will do it. But something came into the store amazing, and it hadn't crossed my mind. But all I knew is I love this. And I thought I would trim my quilt and my pillowcases with this stuff. But I'm thinking no. And so I said, well, I couldn't price it myself because I wasn't even going to let it go on the floor, and things have to stay on the floor overnight before we can purchase them and get a staff discount. So if I want to take it, I can take it, but I have to pay full price. So I said, well, I'm willing to pay $35 for this, right? And my sister Alice even came into the store and she offered to buy it, but I wanted to do it legit. I didn't want any questions right? I wanted to be honest about my staff charges. I know this stuff was expensive. And And I wanted to make sure that they saw what it was that I wanted, that I was going to have. My life depended on. But I said I would pay $35. But that day that I came to pick up my staff charges, I'm on the bus coming to work, and I'm thinking, I'll pay 50 for it. Right? It's right. It's worth 3 or 4 times that amount. Says I'll pay 50 for that. And I get to work, and the first thing I do is I go to my staff charges to check out how much I'm paying for this. And you guys, they charged me $7. I think $7, $6 or $7 for this. You guys in the States might not get it, but Canadians would, because one of the products here in Canada is a Hudson Bay jacket, and they're very sought after. And the bottoms of these jackets have trimming. Look at the Eskimos. This is banding, you guys. It's fabric, and there is 80 feet. There's 80 feet of this, you guys. How many coats could I trim with this? A lot. And you guys, that's not all of it. I got this, which is about 10 feet from a different roll. I got this color. And there's about at least 30 feet in this little bundle. What was left of that roll. And this color of the hunters. Look at that. Oh, the fishermen and hunters. Look at all that. Isn't it a beautiful design, you guys? Aren't they beautiful? Aren't they beautiful designs? Good night, William. I got all of that. It was so kind to them because, like I said, I was willing. Oh, one more piece here. I was willing. Oh, this one's a different design. Look at this one. Has the Eskimos with the dogs. Look at the sleds and the dogs on them. That's all coat trim, you guys. This stuff is worth an absolute fortune, and I was super happy, right? Super happy. So part of the reason I want to make sure that I take lots of donations back to work, just out of appreciation. Not quite sure what I'm going to do with it, but it's mine. I wanted it. It's mine. Okay, you guys. Looks like we have one more container here. We got this to go through. I like these containers. I use these as my toolboxes. They just have a little snap here. I think it had toys or something in it. And, right? And I usually use them for my socks. I'll use them for underwear, right? Just toiletries and stuff. They come in very handy. So I got this container next. You guys know I love my winter socks. Look at the fur on those, so soft. So I'm not a big fan of the light colors, but it is a winter sock. And it cost me $1.50, I think. I priced that one a little bit higher because, right, I like winter socks. Look at that patch, you guys. I got a great big Winnie the Pooh. This, if you bought this patch, if you had to buy this patch would be $20 if you had to purchase a patch at, on eBay or something, right? You wanted a nice patch. This patch would have cost you $20. Nice patch. And then on this one, another, just a little Winnie the Pooh patch. So I took that one too. And then my last patch is, oh, this was cute because I'm going to cut it out and I'm going to leave this. It's a dinosaur patch, you guys. It's a little dinosaur patch. No, right? So I thought that might be cute. So I grabbed that one too. And then tomorrow I'll be cutting all the patches. Maybe I'll even cut all the patches off tonight. Yeah, I probably will as I'm cleaning up. I'm probably going to buy some more, seeing I got the ribbon. But I got the thread that goes for this ribbon because this came in with the ribbon. But because I put $4 each on them, because I know this stuff is expensive, I only bought one. So I think I'm going to go and buy a couple of more, see if the blue one is there and grab the blue one. I don't know why I didn't grab the blue one to start. I got wick, right? All my candles, I'll just remelt them all and we'll make new candles as we need them to, right? I thought that would be a good item for my safety kit, right? That kit that if I ever have to leave and hit the road and get myself to a safe haven, that it would be something I would have to drag around with me. And I thought wick would be a good thing to have, right? To make your own candles. I'm a sucker for wood, you guys. I love wood. And look at, somebody made that, right? They took a tree and they cut the tree and then they hollowed out the inside, right? And they did such a lovely job in doing that. And they carved all those flowers on the side, nice deep cuts. And the lid fits lovely on that. I don't know what I'll use it for, but it goes with my Mother Nature theme. And I've collected some really nice little wood pieces, and that's going to suit well, right? I've got 2 months to find a nice place to move to. I want a nice place. I'm thinking a main floor because I got to think of my retirement, right? So I want to keep it around $1,000 a month for the moment. I know things will, right, as I progress, everything else progresses, but keep it around $1,000 because in the moment, that's what I can comfortably afford if I get a little bit of subsidy. Because right here where I'm living now, I get subsidy, and also if I move off my own a different place, I'll also get subsidy for that. But I think I have to live in a place for a certain amount of months before I can apply. So I'll have to pay that high amount. I'm not sure if it's 3 months or if it's 6 months. It's not a year or anything. I know it's 3 months or 6 months I have to be living there. Then I can apply and they'll pay a fair chunk of my rent. You guys, look what I got. I got some more. Each one of these is different scenes. I didn't realize that when I was looking at the ribbon. I was just so excited to have the ribbon, right? Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? How many feet? And on this one, there's only like 6 feet of ribbon on this one. But I got all that ribbon. I have no idea, like I said, what I'm going to do with it. I may even just trim my quilt with it. But I got to work on that sewing machine first, right? Prairie Dodgers couldn't pass up on a Marilyn Monroe chic cream color, which is the theme I'm trying to. All my accessories are different colors, but in the moment, I'm trying to go with this cream color because of the wheat on it. I thought it was a perfect decor item to fit nicely in my living room. If not for now, I'll pack it up and it'll be good for my next house. And again, I'm trying to get some big coffee cups. A lot of my coffee cups will be leaving my house on when I go back to work because well, I'm doing 3 big bags of donations for work. but also at the same time, they're not serving me because they're not the size of cup of coffees that I like to have, right? So I got a bigger coffee cup, and isn't that lovely? I don't know if you guys have David's teas here, but this cup is actually insulated. Like there's a space in between that side and that side, so it's like double pane, double insulated, just to keep the coffee hot, right? All you need is love and a cat. You know I like my tiles, right? So I got 2 tiles this payday to go into my collection. And if you guys don't know what I'm doing with my tiles, is I'm going to do a backsplash or a wall, all in different kinds of tiles, different colors of tiles from different countries. I've got some beautiful Italian and mosaic and art craft. I got a lot. Um, I have a cat. This is just sticks that they sit in the oil and they absorb the oil, and it just keeps a fresh smell in your apartment. Heart cards. These are just like little tarots, but everything is geared at the heart and emotions. So I thought that was the perfect card for me. I keep throwing my pods away, you guys, right? Because I was buying the pods for my Keurig coffee machine, but those pods are expensive. So I also bought some of these recycled ones, right? And and I keep treating them like the pods that you buy in the box, and I keep throwing them away. So I picked up a few of these pods. I've got a few of them, and you guys, we did it. We got it. We got it absolutely. We got absolutely all of it. I just have to put it all away. I'm just going to come into the comments here, and okay. I had to I had a work supervisor who had a mug that had the message, "World's okayest employee," written on it. I got a kick out of that. That is a good one. I heard a good one today too, and I really chuckled to myself because I said, that is so true, but for the life of me, I wouldn't even remember. It was just something I scrolled across, and I said, there isn't a truer truth than that 100%, but it's something that everybody takes for granted or everybody thinks, and it was so obvious, but I can't remember what it was. Oh, thank you, Owen. I thought, I only buy what I like. I only buy what I want, you know um I'm not judged normally to how much something is worth, as long as I get the value, and that value can come in any way, whether the value is the money value or if it's the emotional happiness that it brings me in the moment, right? Or if it's something that I need for the house and it's actually going to save me some big dollars, like for lots of reasons. Um, and grateful that I have this little job in this thrift store that gives me this kind of enjoyment, and we get to, right, share it together. And I truly love absolutely everything. Not everything works for me, but if it doesn't work for me, it just gets tossed into a recycle bag, and I take it back to work, and they just make more money off of it, right? And like I said, when I get back to work on Thursday and I start work, I don't know, they're changing my shifts a little bit. And so I am working a little bit earlier uh in the beginning of my work week. That's okay. I can use the money. I got trips coming up. I got plans, right? And it's only a few extra hours, so I'm going to be working my brands around those those few hours, and also those few hours I have to take into consideration too the amount of energy also, right? But things always are changing, and right, I just kind of move with things as they move, and if they don't work out, well, they don't work out, right? You guys, let's see. Oh, I just got a message from somebody. Let's see if that's Nancy, because Nancy usually shoots me an email. Let's see. Don't need a copyright. There we go. Come down. Come on.
Talk back on. Media volume controls.
Oh my goodness. No,
Capital
you go.
A.
No, you turn
Capital
off.
A.
Turn
Alpha.
off. Wow. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. Turned off all by itself. Oh, that's a feature I had on my Google 5 Pixel. I didn't like when the assistant come on all the time, and they would only go by vocal demands, and it had a hard time listening to me saying turn off, where I should have said shut off with a little bit of emotion. And it shut off immediately. That was absolutely amazing. Speaking of messages, I saw a t-shirt with the message reality calling. Oh, reality caller hung up. Reality. Let me see if I can pull it up. It's not letting me go. I got this interfering with the message here that I can't get all the message. No, I'm using the wrong mouse again. Reality called. I hung up. Oh, okay. I think that's what it says underneath that heart. It says I. That's what I'm suspecting anyway.
Collapsed. Alice Mensforth. Bullet. 2 minutes ago.
What?
Send me info and pick.
No. What's all of this? Turn off.
Items listed. Bullet. 1 hour ago.
It's not working this time. Let's see.
On. Wi-Fi signal full.
Turn
Internet.
off.
SPSETUPF2. Expand.
Oh.
Collapsed. Saved search new. Collapse. Expanded.
I don't know what's gone here, you guys.
Premiere. Bullet. 2 minutes ago. Global National. Jan.
And the volume won't go. Silent.
Silent. Double tap to activate. Silent. Double tap to activate.
Okay, I think it's off, you guys. That was something else. I need that.
Clear all silent notifications button. Clear all silent notification. Clear all silent notifications.
You guys, I think I'm gonna have to.
Off. Screen off.
Don't allow.
Don't allow button. Double tap to activate.
I have no idea what that was all about. I have no idea. It's a feature on my Google.
Whiskey.
I have no idea. Oh, turn off talkback. That's what I want. Turn off talkback. That's what I want. Close. Don't know. Okay.
Don't allow button.
You guys, I shouldn't be doing this during my life, but it is what it is. It's driving me crazy that I can't figure out. So we're going to end our live right now. My Google Pixel.
Media volume controls.
It's amazing. It's amazing phone, but it's got all these fancy features on it that I still haven't figured out. I don't like voice command. I don't usually use it a lot. I just like to hit the buttons where I need to go. But yeah, this would be a feature, Alice, if you're thinking of the Google Pixel. You could probably just sit on the couch and
landscape. Allow Android accessibility suite to send you notifications.
No.
Double tap to don't allow button. Double tap to activate.
You guys, I got to put this phone down. Hopefully it doesn't turn on until I can figure out how to turn that feature on. You guys, Have an amazing week. If you want to pop in to my live tomorrow, we'll be picking a new word next Sunday. Yeah, 7:30 Central. If you want to pop in, like I said, during the week, pop in. I always love the company. I always love the input. And I always love, like I said, what you guys contribute to this brand. Everybody, have a good night. I'll talk to you later.